Hello, Barbara.
Hello.
I'm ready for you.
All right. So hello, everyone. My name is Barbara Ammahlia Shaefer Berdner, and I'm a light body surgeon, activator, and healer. And today we're going to do a process with Carolyn, yet it's also one, if you want to participate, you can. All right. So you can just go right along as if you're also the client. All right, because we're going to do a very general. I said to Carolyn before we got started that, you know, my expertise is it's called surgery. I mean, in some ways, I'm a light body engineer because, you know, I used to be an engineer, so I fix things and rewire things and rebuild things and take out the stuff that doesn't work. Just like a really well-known, you know, surgeon, you know, they don't want to just go in there and pull out the big hunks. They want to get it all. So I am going to do my best to do something more like a small session that I offer. It's called Clear the Funk. All right. But you might not need a Clear the Funk session if you just listen to this and participate. Okay. All right. Oh, and so I should share with everyone that when energy shifts, I burp. So I am not being rude, okay? And also sometimes yawning. You might yawn, Carolyn might yawn, she might burp. You know, everybody's different. Or you might not do anything. It's okay. Some people fall asleep, so do not do this while you're driving, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Also, I should acknowledge that mentioned in the interview, I'm a dog sled racer also. Well, kind of semi-retired, but I still have quite a few dogs. And when the energy, sometimes when the energy shifts really big, dogs are transmuters and they'll howl in helping to transmute the energy, all right?
Oh.
So I don't want anyone to be frightened if they hear that. Know that the animals, the elementals, are helping with this process.
Oh, beautiful.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to first start with an opening, all right? Some of it I'll do silently, all right? And then there's two clearing processes that are, you can see on the, right here or there on the website. We're certain. I know. And our minds are like, well, what just got cleared? It doesn't matter. Am I clearing for me? Am I clearing for you? Am I clearing for Carolyn?
Whatever.
It's some funk that needs clearing. So I'm going to do two clearing processes that I actually do daily, and I recommend daily. And then you can get your own recording of it to put on your phone so you can listen to too. And if you could imagine, instead of, I don't meditate. What, Barbara? You're like this? No. I do these clearing processes that take about 15 minutes. That's it. That's all I do. Well, I mean, I spend time outdoors. I do other things too, but meaning meditation-wise, okay? So first thing that I want you to do is we're also going to connect you. The way that we experience this reality is through our physicality, our bodies, okay? So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to put your hands on your lower abdomen. And I don't want you having your hands crossed. You know, I mean, you can have your hands on top of each other, but uncross your legs. And close your eyes. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to connect you with your body's consciousness. Yeah, your body has its own consciousness. It's like a 3-year-old child that has not been talked to your entire life.
All those years.
All those years. So go ahead and close your eyes, put your hands on your lower abdomen, and know that the headquarters, as I call it, of your body's consciousness is in your lower abdomen. And think of them as 3-year-old shy children that haven't been talked to. They've been talking to you for all your life, and you haven't heard them. They've tried in all different ways. You know how sometimes when you're getting ready for a big launch, you're doing something really important, big Christmas, big party, family party, and you get sick right beforehand? That's your body's consciousness talking to you and saying something's out of alignment. We want you to slow down and listen to us, okay? Now, the way you're going to experience your body's consciousness, everyone's different. But think of them as elementals. Elementals, like I mentioned, my dogs, right? Trees, birds, fairies, gnomes, So I experience my keeper, my body's consciousness, which I also call the keepers of the human legacy. So their nickname is keepers. There's thousands and thousands of them, and they run your heart and your blood and your digestive system. All right, all these things for you. And they love their job, but they want your help. So I experience mine. Mine look like the seven dwarfs. Other people feel them, hear them. They might see them as little poofs of light. One of my clients sees them as little cotton balls. Okay. Everybody's different. It doesn't matter. All right. So all I want you to do is with your hands on your lower abdomen, is connect with your keepers and thank them for the amazing job that they've done up to this now point, and that you now acknowledge that they exist. And that you will make a commitment to connect with them on occasion. All right? So they don't have to get your notice with any illness. And that you'd like their help in working towards the light. Because actually, they took an agreement to help us stay away from the light. I know that sounds weird. But remember, in the interview, I talked about how we came here to be as far away from source as possible. So one of the ways that we do that is we made an agreement with our body's consciousness that when we start in our spiritual path and we're really growing, it'll do everything it can to keep us from there. But now you know they're there. So now you can begin to work with them. All right? So know that they're there. If they're kind of jumbling around and gurgling, just know they're organizing. All right? Yours right now, Carolyn, I feel them. They're jumping up, having a little party. Like, she knows we're here. They are. They're like, you might feel a little gurgling in your belly. What are you noticing with your keepers? Did you notice anything? Yeah. Okay. And so you may notice as you continue to connect with them, you don't have to do anything. Remember, they're 3-year-old shy children. Okay. Yeah. So 3-year-olds. If eventually you're going to ask them questions, you ask them yes or no questions. That's it. 3-year-old shy children for now. You want to do more advanced stuff with me with the keepers, you do that with me, okay, individually. But
gotcha.
As a group thing, right? So know that there's thousands and thousands of them, but there usually is a spokesperson. So all that is they're kind of like, oh my gosh, is she really talking to us? Oh. Okay. And then eventually one will gather, or 3, just a few will gather to be the spokesperson. Okay. All right. So I just want to connect you with them because we're going to use your physicality as we're doing some of these energies. And so now that at least you've introduced yourself to your keepers, it'll make the process a little bit easier. All right. Okay. So I know. So go ahead and close your eyes. I'm going to do a little bit on my end here first. Okay, I'm going to take you through 2 different processes. One is called the grids, and it's designed to clear your fields of the karmic matrix, just like the movie The Matrix, except that when you go through the matrix, you get a good life. Okay. And so DNA encodements and thought forms are released during this process. And there's maybe some words that I use that you don't understand. It's okay. All right. But I'm going to explain a couple of them. The legions of Michael, and they're the angelic realms that are associated with Archangel Michael. Most people know of him through religion, actually. And they're really good at infusing energy into a structure and maintaining the structure. Grace Elohim, she's the Elohim of the silver ray. And this energy looks to some people like iridescent snow. To me, it looks like, again, the engineer looks like golden transmission fluid. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you see it, feel it, or don't anything. It's okay. All right. Then there's another group. You know how we have computer troubles sometimes? There's another group called the Zior Continuum. And they're a group of beings who originate from a completely different universe. And they're pure energy beings, but they're the sentient embodiment of physical forces like gravity, electricity, magnetics. So we're going to use them to help balance all of that. They're also helpful to those of us that are sensitive to EMFs. And then there's another group called Circle Security, and they're like the cosmic traffic police, okay? And they set up, clear, and maintain interdimensional and interuniversal communication grids, all right? So we're going to ask each of them to come in and help. And then that's good. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to at least notice, however you notice, feeling, hearing, seeing, as we do these processes. Legions of Michael, grid level 1, spherical around us. Grace Elohim, grid level 2, spherical around us. Zior Continuum, grid level 3, spherical around us. Circle Security, grid level 4, spherical around us. Grace Elohim, with the assistance of Purity and Liberty Elohim, please spin your grids, spinning out any and all released karmic matrix, DNA encodements and thought forms, along with all associated emotions, cellular memory, dark force seed thoughts, pictures of reality, human genetic consciousness, holographic programming, entities, beings, structures, implants, and devices, and anything that hasn't been mentioned in this or any other language that needs to leave the space at this time. You might feel that the field spinning in one direction and a bunch of energy residue leaving it. For those of you that see, you might see the karmic matrix because it looks kind of like gray cobweb. And DNA encodements and thought forms, to me, usually look like little dark specks. We're just going to wait for that to slow down. Reverse spin, same stuff. So now it's going to go in the other direction. Stop spin. Thank you. Legions of Michael, please infuse your grid with the energies of grace, purity, hope, faith, liberty, peace, harmony, and victory Elohim, love, full connection to spirit, tolerance, clear communication, following spirit without hesitation, mastery, sovereignty, serenity, centeredness, and peace, along with anything else that hasn't been mentioned in this or any other language, but which you know needs to be in the space at this time. Seal grid, thank you. Your continuum, please set your grid for harmonization and optimization of electrical, magnetic, and gravitational frequencies. Please ensure that our fields remain harmonized with all of the electronic and mechanical devices in our spaces, and that the devices in our spaces and ourselves remain harmonized in frequency with any electromagnetic surges, ley line activity, Schumann resonance, and any other electromagnetogravitational events and conditions occurring in this area. Thank you. Seal grid. Circle security, please realign and reharmonize with upper dimensional grid works, clearing all parasites and distortions off the grids. Infuse frequencies for clearer communication with spirits. Seal grid. Thank you. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is called the Unified Chakra Meditation. It's based on a technique from Tashira Tashi Ren that she channeled some time ago. It's been modified a little bit, okay? So this one allows you, it creates a bubble of light and allows you to hold faster and faster frequencies. Remember I was saying about the frequencies coming in, okay? And sometimes they can bug us, right? It also acts like a force field to keep out other people's pictures of reality. So you can have your idea of reality and they can have theirs, but you can still live it together, all right? It also helps you to follow spirit in each moment. So it's really helpful when we're thinking about stuff that happened in the past or worried about stuff that's in the future, okay? Because it keeps us conscious, all right? Now what I'd like you to do is not just visualize, but as best you can, feel the energies. And especially we're going to be working with a white ball of light that comes out of your heart chakra. And it's going to unify with all of your other energy bodies, okay? So I want you to breathe light in and out of your mouth. So when you breathe in and out, it'll help you stay in your body. Breathe in light through the center of the heart, opening the heart into a beautiful ball of light. Breathing light into your belly and connecting with your keepers. Breathe in light through the center of the heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing the throat chakra and the solar plexus chakra in one unified field of light within, through, and around the body, allowing the body to open. Breathe in light through the center of the heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing the brow chakra and the navel chakra in one unified field of light within, through, and around the body, allowing the body to open and relax. Breathe in light through the center of the heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing the crown chakra and the base chakra in one unified field of light within, through, and around the body, allowing the body to open and relax. Breathe in light through the center of the heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing the alpha chakra 8 inches above the head and the omega chakra 8 inches below the spine in one unified field of light within, through, and around the body. Allow the waves of energy from our oversoul to move between these 2 points. Breathe in light through the center of the heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing the 8th chakra above the head and the upper thighs in one unified field of light within, through, and around the body. Allow the emotional body to merge with the physical fields. Breathe in light the center of the heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing the 9th chakra higher above the head and the lower thighs in one unified field of light within, through, and around the body. Allow the mental body to merge with your fields. Breathe in light through the center of the heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing the 10th chakra in the higher dimensions and the knees in one unified field of light within, through, and around the body. Allow the spiritual body to merge with your fields. Breathe in light through the center of the heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing the 11th chakra in the higher dimensions and the upper calves in one unified field of light within, through, and around the body. Allow the oversoul to merge with the unified field. Become a unity of light. Breathe in light through the center of the heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing the 12th chakra above the head and the lower calves in one unified field of light within, through, and around the body. Allow the Christed oversoul to merge with your fields. Breathe in light through the center of the heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing the 13th chakra in the higher dimensions and the feet in one unified field of light within, through, and around the body. Allow the I Am oversoul to merge with your fields. Breathe in light through the center of the heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing the 14th chakra in the higher dimensions and way below the feet in one unified field of light within, through, and around the body. Allow the Source's presence to merge with your fields. Breathe in light through the center of the heart and ask that the highest level of the Spirit radiate forth from the center of the heart, filling this unified field completely and radiates forth throughout this day. Become a unity of spirit. Kiri, please seal the environment. You just sit there while this integrates, and I'll do a little bit on my end. Okay, Carolyn, what did you notice with that?
I felt my heart expand. Expand. Right out of my chest, expand. Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah, so that was just
the front, all of it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's my opening. So what I'd like to do now is look. We're going to pick one specific thing. So we have we'll have a couple of things. One, we mentioned that I'm a master soul contract reader. And while I can do that, usually we have a couple of other practitioners here within the holistic campus who also do soul contract reading. So I do it for those that do light body work with me. So I won't go into a deep reading with you, but I did want to at least touch on a couple of we call them karmic patterns, or I like to think of them as lessons. This is Schoolhouse Earth, and we came here to learn some things here, being so far from source. All right. And we talked a little earlier about, we did a little check-in about one of the things you came here to learn is to slow down. And you giggled like, yeah, and how do I do that one? Well, I'm going to help you a little bit. And that is that the slowing down, the part of feeling like we need to go fast is, remember in the interview, I talked about how I had a death experience and I was dead for 7 minutes. That was more than 7 years with source.
Oh, sure.
Okay. So because we're sparks of the Godhead, because we are source embodied, right? We touch to that and we go, wait a minute, this has got to happen faster. This is not it. But remember, so sometimes this helps. Remember, 1 minute down here is like 7 years up there. Okay. And no energy up there, your higher self, your oversoul, any of it is expecting you to get done in 1 minute. Okay. Down here. All right. So just know that. So know that when you have that anxiety of, it's okay, because you're connected with source and it feels slow because this is dense. This is a dense reality. Okay. The other bit is this wanting to go fast sometimes is related to our worthiness. If we don't work harder and faster and do more, then we're not worthy of parents' love. And that's where all this stuff starts, right?
Yeah.
Families' love, our partners' love, our employers' love, right? So we can ooh. All right. So there's an affirmation I like to do with that one, which is, I am whole. And I just repeat that to myself. I am whole.
I am whole.
I am whole. So when I feel like things are not going fast enough, I am whole. Right? And just kind of, right? But, so we're not going to work directly on that one, all right? Because we were talking about how amazing it is that you've done all this work with the Holistic Campus, and thank you again for doing it, and bringing all of us together, and that one of the patterns that you came to experience was to experience imperfection and the feeling that you need to be perfect, okay? And that everything has to be perfect. And that if everything is not perfect, maybe you won't be loved or you won't be well received. Because who could love you in all of your imperfection?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. So again, an affirmation that I like for that one is, and remember, I do soul contract work. Soul contract work includes energies in words and phrases and names, right? So I am whole holds certain energies. Okay, so it's not just those words.
Right.
The other one is I'm perfectly imperfect. I'm perfectly imperfect. Okay? So that's just a little one you can put in your head. I'm perfectly imperfect. All right? Yet for today, we're going to take just a couple of minutes here because I'm sure everybody who's listening has some bit of imperfection stuff going on.
Yeah.
Okay? Or some bit of unworthiness where you feel like you have to work really hard. So it doesn't matter which one you're going to focus on. I'd like you to close your eyes, and I'd like you to connect with, when I say these words, where do you feel them in your body? Okay? So the needing to go really, I'm going to say both of them because so that we have a couple for people to work from. Things are not going fast enough, and I need to work faster to get everything done so that I'm worthy of the abundance in the world and of people's love and of the love of God. And that I also need to be perfect, because who would love me in my imperfection? That imperfection, that darkness that I know is there. It makes it not feel safe to show the world who I really am, the truth of who I am. So for you in particular, Carolyn, I want you to focus in on that imperfection. And where do you feel that in your body, or what do you hear, or just however you noticed it? Your shoulders, okay? All right. So keep your eyes closed. And so when you feel it in your shoulders, what does it feel like? Does it feel like the weight of the world? Does
the
it feel?
part of my shoulders is tingling.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like weight. It feels kind of alive.
Yeah. So tingling to me usually is new energies coming in. So you've already cleared a fair amount from the two processes that I just did. Yeah, seriously. Okay. Seriously. All right. I'm going to say, though, I want you to concentrate, because I'm feeling for you, concentrate a little bit more around where your neck attaches to your shoulder. Oh, and this might be related to that little bit of cough that you had going on, too. So we're going to work on that. So I just want you, even if you don't feel it, I'm feeling it on my end, so it's all right.
All the time there.
Yep.
Constant.
Yep. Okay. So we're going to do a little clearing on that. So I want you to focus on that, and focus on that that is the part, the imperfect part. Yet you're perfectly imperfect. I want you to focus on I'm perfectly imperfect, and then I want you to breathe into it, because I can only help you to release what you're ready to release. Okay, you keep breathing. Now I'm going to do something, a lot of times when we have a cough or a little bit of mucus going on, it's often lessons that we've already learned from, and it's the funk that needs to clear. I call it karmic matrix. So I'm going to do a little vacuuming of your karmic matrix, okay? So it might feel a little bit weird down your throat right now. Okay, I want you to check into your shoulders where it attaches on your neck, and into your sinuses and your throat, and let me know what you notice.
It feels clearer. It's not as no.
Yeah. And remember, it's hard for me as a surgeon not to go get all of it, but we took the edge off, okay? We took the edge off, all right?
Yeah.
So I want to thank all the angels, the beings that helped us today.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my shoulders. Oh, my God, that's wild.
Yeah, so you might feel tingling through the rest of the day, and really just drink a lot of water. Normally after after a bit longer session with me, but even today, you might decide to take an Epsom salt bath. Those are real helpful for helping to release out of the cellular memory more of what got released. And I recommend 4 cups of Epsom salt in the bath. Not too hot, because we don't want your crown chakra getting overheated. And no music, no people, and no animals. But you can have incense and candles and essential oils, and just for 20 minutes, okay? Just 20 minutes. I don't want you sitting in the crap that you released. But mostly drink lots of water today. And another thing that you can help, like that karmic matrix I was saying, that the throat stuff, okay? A lot of times when we have the joint aches and the stuffiness and the funk that's coming up, it's karmic matrix. It's more of your light coming in. And a little Himalayan salt, like just one little toot of Himalayan salt in your big glass of water is very, very helpful. Okay?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carolyn.
I'm in a completely different place right now. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I love you to pieces.
Always great, Carolyn. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Here.